So raise your hand if you have a plant adaptation you have found and want to share with the class. Raise your hand. Anyone want to show me their adaptation? Raise your hand. David, you have one? Read your adaptation.
My seed is mango, and my fruit and my seed is big. And first time when the bee pollinated, the flower turned into fruit. Then they don't reproduce. They don't reproduce by fruit, but the day when they fall, the mango broke it and the seed dropped into the ground.
Yeah.
And they grow and grow into another day. They grow more.
Yeah, they kept on growing them, and now we have tons of mango. Are you eating a mango?
Yep.
Oh, that's extra points right there. Good job. Does anyone have an adaptation they would like to share with the class? Please raise your hand. If not, we will go over your tests. Okay. So you guys are all getting a homework assignment tomorrow, and I really want you guys to do it. And you guys can present. You guys are going to make a carnivorous plant, but we'll do that during class. So let me show you this. So these are the top students. This is who scored on the test. If you don't see your name on here, this is the one I took the day after the class, so yesterday. So if you did it yesterday, your name might not be on here. But these are the top scores. And the most missed question on the test, the most missed question was actually, where can you find pollen? What part of the plant can you find pollen on? Does anyone have the answer for that? What part of the plant can you find pollen on? David has it. Anyone else have it? Raise your hand if you know what part of the plant you can find pollen on. Neymar.
Yes.
Do you remember what part of the plant you can find pollen on? You have a petal, an ovary, an anther, or a stigma. Which one of those can you find the pollen on?
Ovary.
The ovary, yeah, the pollen goes into the ovary for reproduction, but where's all the pollen located? Do you remember? Where the bee rubs up against it? Let's ask David.
The anther.
Yeah, it's the anther. We went over that multiple times. So yeah, the ovary does have pollen in it when it's just one piece of pollen when it's going to reproduce. But the flower, all the pollen is on the anthers. So that was the most missed question of the exam. Okay. So we're going to spend one more day, well, tomorrow too, and then we're done with the book. But this is going to be another plant adaptation. Okay. These ones are really cool. These are some of my favorite plant adaptations. Okay. And you'll see why. Do you know of any meat eaters? Can you guys name anything that eats meat? Raise your hand if you want to tell me something that eats meat. Courage. What eats meat? Can you name anything that eats meat?
People.
People eat meat. So Roberto.
Tiger.
A tiger, yeah. Tigers eat meat. David.
Jaguar.
A jaguar, yeah. Chong Ha.
Yeah.
Can you name an animal that eats meat or a plant that eats meat? Does a giraffe eat meat?
No.
How about a zebra? A zebra? No, zebras eat grass. How about a lion? Does a lion eat meat?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a cat. Cats eat meat. You eat meat. Everyone eats meat. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite meat eaters. You have a sundew, a pitcher, and a Venus flytrap. These are all plants. Yeah, David?
I see a picture.
Yeah, they're pictures. Yeah.
They-
These are all plants that eat meat. These are all plants that eat meat. These are called carnivorous plants. Carnivorous plants. Lisa, could you say carnivorous plants?
Carnivorous plants.
Thank you. And let's do Harry. Could you say carnivorous plants?
Carnivorous plants.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have everyone say it on 3. We're gonna say carnivorous plants. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Carnivorous plants.
Yeah, carnivorous plants. What do you guys, raise your hand if you can tell me. I'm gonna lower your hands. Raise your hand if you can tell me what is in this carnivorous plant. What is inside of this carnivorous plant? Roberto, what is in the carnivorous plant?
Bug.
Yeah, it's a bug, it's a fly. So this plant is eating bugs. We're gonna figure out how they do that. Okay, so we have carnivorous plants. Cherry, can you read It's a Trap?
It's a trap. Tiny hairs inside the leaf of the Venus fly trap can sense when an insect has landed. If 2 or more hairs are touched together, snap, it slams shut.
Thank you. Yeah, so I put some arrows on these hairs. So it's 6 hairs in it, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And if a fly touches 2 of these, it snaps shut, okay? So that's called a Venus flytrap, a Venus flytrap, okay? So we have meaty facts here, meaty facts. Aisha, NT, could you read meaty facts for us?
What?
Could you read?
What?
Oh, sorry. Yep. You can go.
Most carnivorous plants live in marshy areas where the earth alone does not provide enough nutrients. The biggest carnivorous plant is a peach and has been up to 10 meters long. It can catch frogs.
Thank you. Yeah. So these are cool, two cool facts. So can anyone tell me why these plants are eating bugs and frogs? Why are they doing it? Huang Vin,
Here.
why are these carnivorous plants eating flies and frogs and stuff like that? Do you know why?
Most because most carnivorous plants live in marshy areas where the earth only does not provide enough nutrients.
Yeah. Perfect. So yeah, so they live in marshy areas where the earth does not provide where the earth does not provide enough nutrients. So the soil for the roots does not have enough nutrients. So these plants found a different way. They have adapted to do something else, okay? And some of them can catch frogs. This pitcher plant I showed you, this is big enough to catch frogs. It will catch flies, spiders, anything that slips into it, okay? Now this is a hard question. This will be a hard question, so please raise your hand. Why do you guys think there is a leaf? Why do you guys think there is a leaf on top of the pitcher plant? What is this leaf doing? This is a hard question. I'll be so surprised if someone gets it. Anyone have a guess? I'm gonna ask Harry.
The prey it's on will not go out in the trap.
Yeah, it's gonna stop flies and stuff from flying away. Harry, what do you see inside of the pitcher plant? What do you see inside of it?
Air?
Yeah, there's air, but there's a little bit of water. There's a line right here, so there's water. And do you remember what the elephant leaf did a few classes ago? What did the elephant leaf do? What did it protect the plant from? When it rained, too much what?
Water.
Yeah, too much water, guys. So this leaf is like an umbrella. If this plant fills with water, it will no longer be able to trap anything because it's full of water. So it has a leaf above it. If it fills up with water, it can no longer trap any insects. This is a fun little fact I noticed. So we now have a video. I'm actually going to reshare. I'm going to make sure we have sound. Okay. So we have a video. We're going to watch the whole thing. Okay, I might skip around here and there, but we're going to watch a Venus flytrap catch some flies. Okay?
The Venus flytrap. Like the sundew, it makes itself very attractive, oozing nectar across the brim of each leaf.
So let's have David. What do you see along this track? What do you see along it? What do they say this liquid is? Do you hear it? What do you think it is? What do you think this liquid is coming out of the trap?
Raindrops.
Raindrops? Do you think they're sweet or not sweet?
Not sweet.
Not sweet? Okay. Yeah, they're actually not raindrops. This is nectar. This plant is producing nectar. And remember, nectar attracts pollinators like flies.
The brim of each leaf. This fly has to tread carefully. If it strikes one hair, it can carry on feeding, but a timer has been set. A second strike in less than 20 seconds, and the fly is doomed. An electrical impulse is triggered, and the leaf snaps shut in just a fraction of a second. The tips lock together like prison bars. fly is very big or very small, it may just manage to escape. But most are trapped and die.
Okay. That was pretty intense. Let's have Cherry. What did you see in the video?
I see the bug is stuck in
In the plant?
the hung of the Venus.
Yeah, the Venus flytrap. How about Lisa? Why were the flies on the leaf of the Venus flytrap? Why were they on?
Because there is nectar on the leaf.
Yeah, there's nectar on the leaf. They're just eating away. And then when they touch those little hairs, it snaps shut. And that's how they trap flies. Okay. So now we're going to learn about creepers and climbers. Creepers and climbers. Let's have Ronaldo. Ronaldo, could you read this for us?
Yes. Climbing plants grow by wrapping themselves around supports. They are strong and can push them way into all spots of place. Sometimes damaging the very thing that support them.
Yeah. So we have creepers and climbers. They wrap themselves around supports. They are strong and they can push their way into all sorts of places. But they sometimes damage the thing that they're climbing. So sometimes a vine will climb a tree, but then end up killing the tree because it gets too heavy or it blocks out too much sunlight. Okay? And we got tiny roots. These are the roots of this plant gripping onto the wall. What are roots usually used for? What are roots usually used for? An Min.
Yes, teacher.
What are the roots usually used for in a plant?
Say the root have take a nutrient.
Yeah, exactly. It's for taking nutrients or water. But this plant uses its roots for something else. It uses them to climb. Okay? So let's have someone read about these roots. Courage, could you read Getting a Grip? Courage, read Getting a Grip.
Getting a grip. Their strength look fingers growing from ivy stems or root. They are, what is this word?
They are slightly
They are slightly sticky and can grip almost any surface. It is easy for Ivy to cover house.
Yep. Worming.
Worming is root into the bricks.
Yeah. So worming is a very interesting word to use here. This is from your book. So worming. Does anyone have an idea what this word is meaning in this paragraph? So it's worming its roots into the brick. Anyone have an idea? Katie, what do you think it means to worm its roots into the brick?
I think that roots to catch it.
Yeah, so what do worms do in the soil? Do they dig through the soil, or what do they do in the soil?
Dig to the soil.
Yeah, they dig through the soil. So the roots are kind of like worms, but they're digging into brick. That's what it means by worming its roots into the bricks. It's digging into the bricks. That's how strong these roots are. They're going to break the brick. Okay. Okay, let's have Aisha, what do you notice in the pictures? What are we looking at? Is anything a what? A plant, you said?
Yes, this is a pen.
Yeah, what do you see on the right side? What's the plant doing?
Is run into this.
Yeah, it's turning into leaves. What's it doing to the stick?
Climb in it.
Yeah, it's going around and climbing it. Yeah. So these are climbers. Does anyone remember what this belongs to? I heard David say it. David, what is it?
Thorns.
Thorns. And do you know what plant this belongs to? Any guesses? What did we learn that thorns yesterday? What type of flower is it?
Rose.
Yeah, roses have thorns. So these are woody thorns. Let's have Ronaldo. Could you say woody thorns for me?
Woody thorns.
Yeah, woody thorns. And we have a rose with woody thorns. Okay, let's try a little matching game. Okay? So I'm gonna let you guys annotate. Make sure you do one line per person. And I'm gonna turn it on so I can see the names of annotators. Okay, so I will be able to see who is drawing. Please do not scribble on the screen. All you have to do is draw one line to the correct image. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we got meat eaters. Go. Okay. I know that was quick, but we got all the right answers. Everyone's answer was correct. We have meat eaters, which are going to trap frogs, flies. These are pitcher plants. Then you guys got climbing plants, which are these vines growing up these trees, these ivy vines. And then plant defense, thorns and nettles. So you got the thorns. Good job, guys. Sundew. Does anyone have a guess what this liquid is? What this liquid is? Raise your hand. Lily, do you know what this liquid is?
No.
Just a guess. Just a guess.
I know.
Okay, so this plant is also trying to eat flies. This plant is also trying to eat flies. So what do you think this is? What do you think they're using to attract the flies? Oh, Lisa knows. Lisa knows. Lisa.
Nectar. It's nectar.
It's nectar. Nectar. Lily, do you agree with her?
Yes.
Yeah, it's nectar. Okay. Yeah, this is nectar, but it also is like a digestive enzyme, or it's like acid as well. You'll see. Digesting cells. When an insect has been caught, glands on the inside of the trap get to work. They release a kind of acid which starts to digest the insect. Acid is very, very dangerous. But you actually have acid in your stomach. This acid helps you digest food that you eat. So when you eat food, it goes into your stomach that has acid. Okay? And this helps digest the insect, okay? And this is after the insect has been caught. Okay. So they're trying to digest this insect. And I have a video of this. This one doesn't have noise, so if you can't hear it, it is a-okay. This one does not have sound. But I just wanted to show you this plant eating insects. So the flies get stuck, and then you're going to see the tips of the nectar are all going to trap the fly. This is so the fly cannot escape. This nectar is very, very sticky nectar, very, very sticky. And then the plant is going to roll it up and digest this fly. We'll watch one more of these. This is the sundew. These flies are not having a good day. It's just going to keep on wrapping and wrapping up. And it's going to eat these flies for meat. And remember, the reason why these carnivorous plants are eating the flies is because the soil doesn't have that much nutrients. Doesn't have that much nutrients. So it's getting it from the fly. We have one more matching game, guys. This one's a little bit harder. We have carnivorous plants, climbing plant / parasite, and then, ouch, thorns and needles. Harry, can you say parasite for me?
Parasite.
Yeah, parasite. So that's one of your vocab words. And then carnivorous plants is a vocab word from today. And then thorns and nettles. Thorns and nettles. So let's play the game. Let's see who can match the correct answers. In 3, 2, 1, go. You guys can match the answers. Katie, good job. Lily, okay. Cherry, I'm looking at everyone's ears. Courage. Roberto, Katie, Harry, courage. Cherry, courage, Katie. Oh, it's coming too fast. It's going too fast. Okay. So we got your answers. I'm going to draw some lines too. So carnivorous plants. So plants are yummy. So animals tried to eat them. So what is preventing animals from eating the plant? Now this was a tricky question. So plants are yummy, not animals are yummy. So animals tried to eat them. So they have the adaptation of thorns and nettles. So animals do not eat them. Plants get extra nutrients from their environment without roots. Good job, everyone that answered carnivorous plants. And then climbing. Plants need sunlight for food, so they climb up other plants. So these are the correct answers, okay? These are the correct answers. And this is your homework, and we only have a few seconds left, but you should read pages 32 to 35, meat eaters and creepers and climbers of your book. And then I would like you guys, and this will be sent to you guys, design a carnivorous plant. How will it catch its prey? I want you guys to design a trap that's going to trap animals, insects, butterflies, and just tell me what it eats, the name of your plant, and where we will find your plant. I hope everyone has a great day. I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.